Hey everybody, it's the Orange Peanut here with the Duff Pick'em All-Stars and my awesome compadres, Gloater, the Commish, and Icehouse over there. We're here for your weekly Pick'em broadcasts, possibly gambling data that you might be able to analyze, or just some good old shits and grins with it here to give you something that might be entertaining, might be worth listening to. I don't know with it there. Let us know in the comments if you're listening to this, if you like anything of what's being said here. Before we start everything, tomorrow's an awesome day. The commissioner of our league, who has been the commissioner of our league for the longest time, is turning the amazing 4-0. We want to wish a happy birthday to the commish. Happy birthday, commish. Cheers. Cheers. Thank you so much for running an awesome league and keeping this going for years and with it there.
I feel like you're purposely trying to get this not on my birthday.
Yeah.
Because last year we did it on Wednesdays, so it was the day after my birthday. Then this year it changed to Tuesday, so now it's the day before my birthday.
You were having some bourbon earlier, right? Like you had a glass of bourbon, a bottle of bourbon with that. Look at this.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm talking whiskey acres, straight bourbon whiskey. Yeah. How's that taste?
It's pretty good, actually. Smells good too.
Yeah. Smells important. The Kentucky kiss and the Kentucky hug is always important with that. Like how it feels on the lips. How does it feel down in the throat with that?
Yeah, it's good.
I'm liking this. So, yeah, we're here to offer you advice for your fantasy football teams, your pro pick'em, your league pick'ems, your betting if you're here with Icehouse down in Vegas somewhere making bets or something like that. I like how we just kind of pick on Icehouse. He's like the main guy who just seems to have a bet in everything with that. Like every game, there is money somewhere on it. What's the game you got money on?
Football.
Yeah, right. What money you got the game on now? Which game?
I think I get some on the Suns game tonight.
The Suns? Do you even watch basketball?
Well, right now.
What? Basketball?
What?
Yeah.
If that isn't a cry for help, I don't know what is.
Man.
That's awesome. Oh,
what's going on? I don't know, man.
Yeah,
Gamblers Anonymous for bosses betting on basketball.
Yeah, indeed.
I've been betting on basketball for years, man.
Oh, okay. So you've just been in the tank for years.
Let's go over with what happened last week in our group picks here. Commish, what happened last week?
Oopsies. There we go. All right, last week, pick 'em. Where's my mouse? There's my mouse. We had Kevin leading the week with 75 points, followed by Stan with 58, Boss with 55, JV with 49, me with 43, and Tommy with 36, and Eric decided not to participate. There were 6 favorites, there were 6 underdogs, and 2 pushes. Pushes consisting of the Atlanta-Chicago game and the Buffalo-Cleveland game. Let's see. Of the picks made, Boss was the only one that got Tennessee wrong in picking Green Bay. We all got Washington right. We all got Las Vegas right. Otherwise, there was nobody else that got one right and everyone else was wrong. Nope. As to update the not standings, but update the percentages. With this past week, favorites are correct 43% of the time, underdogs are correct 54% of the time, and pushes are 4%.
Wow. What about any games that we wish we would have changed it, just, either watching or, prior to the game? Anyone have anything like that?
Well, oddly enough, I went back on, I forget what day it was. It was either Wednesday or Thursday, because I do my points based on the spread, and I wanted to see if they were finalized. And in going through, I foolishly changed to the New York Jets.
Oh,
and yeah, that was one that I don't know what I was looking at when I did it. I don't know why. I changed it, and I'm not happy about it.
Couldn't have really been. I mean, I brought up a few points, but ultimately, I think Grody Grody said it best last week. I mean, I lost with the New York Jets as well. Bill Belichick just seems to be dominating every single time
I
he
know,
plays
and
that
that's
team.
like that. I stared at that. I knew that stat. It was in my head. That's why I took New England to begin with when we did this on Tuesday, and then I don't know what the fuck I was thinking at work. All I know is I changed it, and I instant regret. Well, not instant. I mean, it took them a punt return on a touchdown to beat out overtime. What you're doing, punting that goddamn ball with 5 seconds left anyway. Just fourth down, throw that thing high in the air
They
towards
had
the
more
end
than-
zone.
There was more than 5 seconds left. That's why they punted it.
No, it's still though. It's like, come on, be creative. Take a
Punt it out of bounds. I don't
safety.
care. Like,
Do like what Baltimore did a while back,
Yeah,
and
but
just take a damn safety and put a
Yeah,
bunch
but
of
take a
holding
safety, you
calls.
lose.
You still safety, you still lose.
Oh, they were tied.
they-
That's right. They weren't down by 3. That's. I thought.
Yeah,
I thought
only,
they were
like-
up by 3.
I just mean, punt that ball somewhere where there is no return. Like, I don't care that the guy you're punting to is not a phenomenal returner. You punt it, it goes out of bounds, you call it a day. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, or not day, you call it, end of regulation, you go into overtime and you try and, squeak out a win that way.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
regardless.
Yeah, I'll have to post it at some point. There's a YouTube channel called Angry Jets Fans who consists of 3 guys that sound somewhat like normal people and one guy who just sounds like a straight up Looney Tunes character who's just so pissed constantly at like all sorts of bad plays. I want to know what his reaction. And I think that's their YouTube channel name is Angry Jets Fans.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the guy is comically loud.
I guess the other one we could do, in addition to which one do we wish we would have not changed or changed? I guess, was there any game that absolutely surprised you?
Ooh.
I mean, I'm not going to say I was surprised by the Lions game, but I was gonna. I had thought about changing to the Lions because thinking about the fact that they lost by 3 to the Eagles. Obviously, the Eagles are a better team than the Giants. I thought about changing them, but then watching that game, I was like, man, I knew the Giants weren't that good. Damn, I didn't know they weren't. I mean, was it 31-16 was the final score? I mean, shit.
Yeah. I was in some ways because we were in a bar with a whole bunch of games going on, and I think it was the Jets Patriots game that I'm surprised just didn't start off with a bigger lead on the Patriots side. I think the game was pretty boring. At one point, it was like 3-3 for just a really long time with that. And I was
It's a
just
very
like,
windy day.
oh, that makes sense. And the other one, man, son of a gun. It snowed like 3 or 4 feet. Like Buffalo got like such a huge dump of snow. I was really looking forward to them playing with some snow falling. I love snow games, but they moved it indoors. I was disappointed that they didn't play in the snow. It's just I don't know. I always like snow games. I also, man, my first max points on Miles Jackhammer in the on the Chicago Bears, and it's a push. So I'm ahead. I'm even. I'm not losing. So okay, yeah. But still, wish could have got the points for that there. Ice House. Any?
Yeah, the double push really hurt.
Yeah. What about you, Ice House? Any games you wished could have been different?
No, there wasn't anything on this week's slate. Me anyway.
Nothing.
Actually, I got to be honest. I think I was surprised at how blown out Minnesota got by Dallas.
Oh yeah, that was
too.
man. Oh my god. Yeah.
Like, I knew Dallas's defense was pretty good. I didn't think it was going to be, just an annihilation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one got out of hand real quick, actually.
All Kirk Cousin quarterback owners, including our commish, we are so sorry. That sucks.
Well,
that sucks. So
what's
much.
funny is, I don't care about the game. I don't care about the matchup. But like, I'm watching it on TV, and all I'm thinking to myself is, come on, change it. Like, just go. It's not. There's no way Minnesota's winning this fucking game. Put on something a little bit more competitive.
Yeah.
So they change it. They do actually. They switch it over to Cincinnati and Pittsburgh, and then like it's close for I forget how long, and then Cincinnati just runs away with it. I'm like, well, like, all right, thanks guys. I know it's the afternoon game, so there's not much else in terms of choice, but like, what the hell?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I want a competitive game here. This sucks.
Speaking of some competitive game, this last week's winner, Grody Gloater, we raise our glasses to you, Grody. Congratulations on winning last week. And I want to actually point out that last week you stated very specifically that Minnesota has a really tough time with playing against Dallas. Like they've just especially recently with it.
No. Cousins has a tough time playing against Dallas.
Oh, it's Cousins with.
He's 2-10 now.
Oh, what's give us a little leak as to where your source info comes in. Where do you like to read at?
There's actually one of the big things that there's two websites that I use. There's footballdb.com, and then the other one is statnews.com. They have sometimes they have interesting things. Sometimes they really don't. But yeah, it's where I get a lot of these things that Joe's looking for, and that's why I was really hoping, like I was trying to let people know, like, hey, he's 2-9 against this team. Like he does not play well against them.
Yeah. Oh, and I want to go make sure I go back. Commish, I don't know if we went over the overall standings in the pro pick'em here, like the overall just on the season so far.
No, not yet. No, the overall standings: Kevin's in the lead, 705. Stan 620. JV 615. I got 599. Tommy's got 577. Boss, because of Eric's non-picks, has officially given himself a really big gap. He's got 554, and Eric is still at 497 from the previous week.
God, that's
Eric
good.
not making picks has widened the gap for Boss from the bottom.
I love it,
baby.
You got to catch Tommy, who has 11 more wrong than you and 23 more points.
He probably has 11 less picks, at least on the season as well.
He's missed some.
Oh God, that's awesome. So yeah, we're gonna play a little kind of around the horn style. I know my companions can't hear this, but that little Excel screen that's on the bottom left-hand side, when you hear this sound, you are getting points for things that I think are interesting. And if I switch to the buzzing sound, you get a -1 point if you say something poopy, just something silly to keep score with on here. But we're gonna start with Grody. Grody is gonna be focusing on one of the Thanksgiving games we got coming up here, which happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Hopefully you're with your family. Hopefully, you are remembering those. Thankful that those that are around you, and thankful, that those that are away from you are doing what it is that they do. Grody, you're starting to talk about the New York Giants versus Dallas. What do you know? What do you say?
All right. So they've met a total of 121 times, including one postseason. Cowboys lead the series 72-47. They have 2 ties. They already did meet earlier this year in September. Dallas with Cooper Rush won 23-17. It's a divisional game, so it's definitely always ones that are played a little bit tougher. I think the reason for the gigantic spread right now at 9 is just because of how well they just dismantled the Vikings. So I think it's definitely a bigger push than it needs to be. Obviously, only winning by 7. I understand with a different QB. Dak Prescott, though, on the one hand, I do think they're going to win this game because Dak Prescott is 9-2 against the Giants. His last time losing to them was in 2016. So he hasn't lost in 6 years. Or actually, he's 10-2. I'm sorry, he's 10-2.
2. Wow.
Yeah, and then the Cowboys on Thanksgiving are 31-22-1. The last time they played the Giants was in 1992. They haven't played them. Dak hasn't played hasn't played really well on Thanksgiving either. I think he's 2-2. So if he gets this win, he'll be 3-2. But yeah, I've got with it being a 9-point spread, being a divisional game, I got 4 points. I'm throwing it the G-Men's way to cover because, like I said, they only won by 7 last time. Defense hasn't changed. The only thing that's changed is really Dak. So I don't really know if that's really going to get them those extra points they need. So I think the G-Men cover in this game.
Excellent there. Excellent with that. Yeah, 4 points on the G-Men. Ice House, what do you think?
Well, DraftKings has it at 9.5. So I'm gonna take the G-Men and the 9 for 9 points right now.
Interesting.
Maybe the spread goes 9.5 on Yahoo, but Still got a day to work that out. Either way, 9 points, man. I've already said division games seem to go tight, so I like my chances with 9 points.
I'm going to go with something cheesier on this one. I'm going to go with the fact that the Cowboys are America's team. Someone's paid someone off, damn you. Play fair. Damn it. G-Men are trying real hard. They look like a good team this year. On top of that, though, I do like Dallas's defense. I think this game will be close enough to where I'm going to put Dallas to take this one here. Commish.
Kevin, did you say what the Giants' record was on Thanksgiving?
I didn't say the Giants. I said the Cowboys. Cowboys are 32, 22, and 1.
I don't like taking the Cowboys. I don't know. They have good cheerleaders, but your owner's
What
insane.
were you going with the Dallas Cowboys?
I'm going with Dallas.
Giants' all-time record on Thanksgiving is 7-4-3.
Ooh, 7-3.
You've had 3 ties on Thanksgiving, baby. They're only 1-2 in the Super Bowl era.
Wow.
So they've only played 3 times on Thanksgiving since the Super Bowl. It's fine. Yeah, where's my picks? Gotta find them. Dallas Giants 3. I got 3 points on the G-Men because
3 points on the G-Men.
that's too big of a spread.
Yeah. The G-Men have been playing good this year on top of that. So, yeah, be a good game. Be a good game to watch on Thanksgiving. I love football on Thanksgiving. That always reminds me of, I don't know, there's always like, family always just gathers with that, and there's always some silver and blue somewhere on there. But not the red, yellow, and white that are the Chiefs game, which Icehouse is going to talk about. He's going to talk about the Chiefs against the Rams. What do you know?
What do we got on my notes here?
He's got notes.
All right. So what do we got? 14.5 points. Ridiculous. On the four road games for the Rams, they averaged 20.5 points. This is not factoring in no more Cooper Kupp, so I don't know if that stat means anything anymore. They are 29th in scoring in the league. It's like, well, the Rams kind of suck. Then Chiefs last 5 home games, allowing 22 points. They're only scoring 24.8.
Ah.
Chiefs are scoring more points on the road this year than at home. It's like, well, 14.5, man, I don't know. They are 4-1 straight up at home. They're 1-4 against the spread. So, I don't know. You got to take 13 on the Rams.
13 on the Rams.
14.5 points is a lot. And KC just ain't scoring at home.
14 on.
Okay. I don't know how the Rams are going to find those points, but trust them to get it done.
Okay, that's fair. That's some good stats analysis with it there. I didn't let the scores loose.
By 14.5. If it was if it goes down to 14 or 13.5, I might 2 touchdowns plus. I'll take the Rams side. Yeah.
Good stats. I didn't let the scores loose from the last round. Last round around the horn, Grody leads 6, Icehouse 4, Commish 2. I am going to pick the Rams because, as Grody and Icehouse and Commish have said multiple times, the Chiefs cannot cover their spread. So I'm going to drop a deuce on the Rams here. Commish.
Yeah, I got 1 point on the Los Angeles Rams. Like as haphazard and helpless as the Rams seem to be playing this year, in which a game they could easily lose by 27 points. It's just Kansas City is not a team that covers.
Yeah. Completely agree. Grody, what do you think?
Yeah, I got 1 point. I'm throwing it the Rams' way. I think I literally think with how bad the Rams have been playing, the Chiefs could literally get up 14-0, and at 14.5, they could win the game 14-0, and then the Rams still cover. But yeah, I mean, the other thing that's crazy is to think about that Darrell Henderson was their leading rusher, and they let him go. I mean, like, come on,
Yeah,
what
he was great.
what is going on with the Rams? It's hard to even think that they will cover, but I mean, it's the NFL. 14.5 is a lot. So
Yeah.
I got 1 point on the Rams.
Has anyone ever seen a bigger spread than that? I could swear I remember a 17-point spread. That's
I think they've done 17 and a half. I think 20 and a half.
Yeah, I was gonna say there was a 17-point spread the Chiefs had. I think it was like 2 years ago, and I remember putting my max points on it because I was like, they're gonna do it, and they did.
It's smart. It's very smart with that. Yeah. All right.
You got to pick and choose your Kansas City battles and when they'll cover and when they won't.
That's true, man.
Yeah.
That's true for that one there. Yeah. All right. So if you noticed every week, a lot of times folks pick their closet teams with that. I think in some ways I'd say Kamish is a Buffalo fan. I'd also call you a kind of a Giants and Saints fan in some ways as well. Maybe more of a Breeze fan, I think, in the past, Kamish. I know Grody's pretty much. Or is that right? Right or wrong? Right? Drew Brees?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I know Grody usually picked the Chicago game for the most part, which is I'm always a big fan of covering. And Ice House, you're a Kansas City Chiefs fan because at some point someone played on the Chiefs that had your name with it.
Hey, man, you gotta respect the name.
Yeah, right. It's I like to vary it up a little bit, learning something new. And I don't think in all the years I've covered games, I have ever covered the Green Bay Packers. I'm a Bears fan. I, in general, don't like the Packers. But I had the privilege of listening to their radio last week of their game against Tennessee. And it felt good. I've never heard such disappointment in the radio announcers. I heard the crowd booing at one point. I was like, oh my. Like, I consider Packers fans somewhat like extremely loyal to their team. I mean, like, you are the team from Nowheresville. You're one of the oldest NFL teams. So there's tradition, yada, yada with that. But, man, I have never, I think, once in easily the last 20 years, 30 years of watching Packers games or listening to them, heard you boo your team. Like, I just don't think I've seen it plenty other times. I've seen it at Philadelphia, seen it in Chicago, in Cleveland. I've seen it in places to where there's generally good reasons to be able to boo the team. I mean, like Cleveland was in the middle of like their 0-16 season after a 1-15 season. Hell yeah, fans are pissed. Chicago fans are pissed at the double doink and all the freaking constant kicks. It's like, fix yourself. Come on. Like, what's wrong? I've never once heard Packers fans boo the way that they did, to which Aaron Rodgers responded to them in social media and on Twitter with about a 7-second pause and that look that someone chides their 7-year-old with when they've said something inappropriate. A 7-second pause and just going, it's interesting. And then just pause for another 4 seconds. Like, yeah, what a response, Why not say something encouraging with it? So I, in general, also am not an Aaron Rodgers fan. Just I don't like the person with it on there. But we're not here to necessarily talk about just the Packers with. Well, I kind of am here. I have to admit, I'm kind of here to talk about a little bit of the downfall of the Packers and why you may not want to pick them. So overall, this has been a very consistent, historic meeting of these teams. In fact, since the 1930s, this team has not met more than twice a year, with the exception of some championship games. So it's been exciting to kind of see something like that. They've been meeting since 1933 and have basically met after 33 about once every year, once every other year, something like that in terms of the times that they play. Packers hold the lead over the series 28-17. Most especially that was during the early stages of the Eagles, when they were an expansion team that had just formed within the NFL, and the Packers were well established with several decades worth of experience on the team with that. Looking at the depth chart of the Packers defense is the reason probably why fans are the most pissed right now. Teams are raiding on the Packers right now. You have a whole bunch of players that are down, and your offense is, I don't know, palpable. There's something happening with it on here. I highly recommend at some point heading over to what is the website that I was looking at here? I was looking at Stadium Talk and looking at interesting items about Aaron Rodgers and the Packers with this on here. I did not know. Did you know that Aaron Rodgers is a part-time partner with the Milwaukee Bucks? I didn't know that. I had no idea with that on there. He's actually involved in several places with this. I just want to say this. So Aaron Rodgers did, I think, what did he play for, like California or something like that? I think it was like USC,
Oh, yeah.
Cal. Yeah.
Cal.
He did not start at Cal. The place that he started at, and I have to look this up because it is a hysterical. There it is. He started out in Chico, California, at the Butt Community College of Oroville. So a Butt Community College graduate, might be Butte, might be Butte, I don't know. You're a butt, Aaron Rodgers is what it is. Meanwhile, the Philadelphia Eagles are not necessarily outside of a defensive area as well. They currently have 8 of their main defensive squad on IR. So there's some throwing potential. Aaron Rodgers can huck the ball. He can find ways to make plays. One of the things I think I like about Aaron Rodgers, just at least to say something, I like his rollouts. I like how he rolls out and throws the ball. I think he does an excellent job with that. All right, so Philadelphia's got to pick 65% right now, 35% picking Green Bay. Average confidence 9 for Philadelphia, or 8 for Philadelphia, 6.1 for Green Bay. I'm thinking for this one, I really just wanted a chance just to be like, Packers fans, how does it feel? How's it feel? Way to be a bunch of spoiled babies, by the way. Your team's done so good for like the past, like successful, not necessarily in like Super Bowl wins or anything like that, but like you've been someone that's basically been a leader of the black and blue division so many times, and you have the audacity to boo your team when they're struggling right now. Show some respect, damn it. I'm going to take the Packers on this one. I just want a chance to just get my piece off with the Packers with this. Where are the Packers here? There's Green Bay. So I'm going to be taking Philadelphia on this one here, and I'm going to be putting 11 points on Philadelphia. Go Bears. Kamish, your thoughts?
Let's see. I got 6 points on Philadelphia.
6 on Philly. Grody.
Yeah, 6 points on Green Bay.
6 points on Green Bay? Their ice house?
No, Philly's gonna win. So 12 points. They win by. I don't like the spread at 7. Okay, it's at Philly. I'll take the 12 on Philly.
12 on Philly. There he goes there. And over to Kamish. Kamish continuing the tradition on the Let's Go Buffalo train at Detroit this time. Hit us up with some stats, Kamish.
Yeah, you got Buffalo currently flavored by 9 points on the morning game on Thanksgiving.
You got 4 points for that, by the way. That's awesome. Buffalo flavored. That was great.
Yeah. So Lions Buffalo all time is 11 total times that they have met. Buffalo leads the series 6-4 and 1. In fact, Buffalo has won the last 3 times, and what is that? 5 out of the last 6. The last time they met was in December of 2018. I was looking up to see when the last time they played each other on Thanksgiving was. And I believe it was November 24th, 1994. The Lions beat the Bills 35-21.
Wow.
However, the last time the Bills played on Thanksgiving was 2019, and the Bills beat the Cowboys 26-15. It was the first Thanksgiving game for Josh Allen, who's still the quarterback for Buffalo. I believe that puts him at 1-0. I was looking up trying to find Jared Goff on Thanksgiving, and I cannot find jack or shit on him. I know he lost to the Bears on a last-second field goal, 16-14, and he set the record for highest completion percentage that game of 84%. But overall, Buffalo on Thanksgiving games is 5-4-1. Detroit is 37-43-2. They've been playing. The first time they ever played was against the Bears in 1934, and they've played every Thanksgiving since 1945. On the current season, though, Buffalo is only on a one-game win streak. Why did you click that? Don't do that. And they are 7-3. Detroit is on a three-game win streak and is 4-6 and currently in second place in the division, ahead of both Green Bay and Chicago. At home, Detroit is 2-3. Away, Buffalo is 3-2. So they have a chance to either break even for both of them at 3-3, or go the opposite direction and be 4-2 and 2-4. Buffalo on the season is a 40% chance of being right, as they are 4-4-2 in terms of win, loss, and push in their 10 games so far. As their last game, they had to have a push against Cleveland with an 8-point spread. Go figure.
Yeah,
This game
really.
is 9, so maybe not. I mean, hey, I'm tending to lead towards Detroit on this one because their offense can score. And I'd say it's a little bit of un-home field advantage because Buffalo just played there last week, so it's not as if they're unfamiliar with where they're heading. If I were them, I wouldn't have even gone home. I'd have stayed there all week. I got 4 points on the game, and I'm going to say Buffalo wins, but it's by less than 9.
Makes sense. Makes sense with that. So wins less than 9. All right, I will be going for Detroit. I completely. Oh no, it's not up to me. It goes up to Grody with that one there. Grody, what are your thoughts? Sorry, I was excited for a second. The commission scored several big points with that one there on around the horn with that. What do you think, Grody?
Yeah, I think over these last few games, obviously not specifically against the Bears, but Detroit's defense has definitely looked better since their bye week, which is one of the things that was really killing them in the beginning. So I think 9 points against them is a little bit more to overcome. But yeah, I got 3 points. I'm throwing it Detroit's way. I think they'll lose the game, but maybe by a touchdown. So I got 3 points on Detroit.
3 points on Detroit with that Ice House. Your thoughts?
Well, I'm gonna go with 5 on Detroit.
5 on Detroit. All right.
It's a 10-point spread on DraftKings, so I'm assuming Yahoo will probably move it to 10 tomorrow or on the final. So I'll take Detroit for that.
All right.
For 5 points, that's fine.
I think you're all right. I honestly think Detroit can score those points with that. I'm going to put my 3 points on Buffalo instead. I completely agree with the homesick thing. I think that's like they had to have 2 away games in a row with that over in Detroit with there. But I'm going to say now they know the stadium because they're playing there again. 3 points. I don't know with that there. All right. Raise our glasses again to last week's winner for everything there. Congratulations, Grody. Well done with that. Grody has decided to talk about. I love this. It's the Bears against. Hey, it's the Jets, the most obnoxious team in the most obnoxious fans in the NFL. Hey, Grody, what do you know? What do you think?
So they've only met a total of 12 times. Bears lead the series 9-3. The last 5 games, which they've met every 4 years, it's 2022. The last time they met was 2018. The Bears winning. Bears are on a 5-game win streak right now. It's against the Jets. The one thing that I wanted to point out was something that Joe pointed out during the Bears game. Nothing like saying you're committed to losing like 2 straight quarterback runs, which to my point, I would say the Bears need to watch it because if Justin Fields did not dislocate his shoulder, he's lucky he didn't break a collarbone.
Yeah.
They might RG3 him, and that scares me. That it's like you can't have this great talent and then get it killed because you're playing dumb. They gotta play smarter. But the more interesting fact about this game is Zach Wilson was taken same draft as Justin Fields. And right now, because he didn't play any of them last year, Justin Fields has now played every quarterback that was drafted and starting for a team right now, except for Trevor Lawrence as well. He's beaten Trey Lance this year. He beat Mac Jones this year. And he also beat David Mills for the Texans. So right now, going into this game, if Zach Wilson does start, even though Robert Saleh says he's not sure, you're starting Zach Wilson. Don't be dumb. If he starts Zach Wilson, Justin Fields has a chance to beat him. And then all that's left is to beat Trevor Lawrence, and he's beaten every quarterback that's starting for a team that was taken in the same draft as him. So, if they change their mind and they say that Zach Wilson isn't starting, I definitely think the Jets will probably win the game. It's going to be hard to pick the Bears here from on out because they play a lot of good teams. The Jets have a wonderful defense. Their rookie Sauce Gardner, he's been lights out. So. I mean, you're probably going to see nothing to Mooney because that's probably who he'll cover. But yeah, at 4.5 points right now, the Bears have been playing a lot of close games. So have the Jets. So I think, especially if Zach Wilson starts, I'd love to see Fields go out there and be able to beat him, and then essentially be the winning quarterback for the draft. Is being able to beat them all, and then hopefully next year maybe they'll play the Jaguars and they'll be able to beat Trevor Lawrence. So, but yeah, I got 8 points. I'm throwing it Chicago's way right now just to cover. I'd love to see them win, but I don't know how they can compete with that Jets defense. It's been playing pretty well.
Yeah, good points. 8 points on Chicago with that. Excellent stats brought to you by Grody. Ice House, your rebuttal.
For now, I'm just going to put 1 point on the Jets. Don't know if Fields is going to play, so with
that too, yeah.
I don't want to put any significant points. If Fields plays, probably actually put more points on the Jets. As ridiculous as that sounds.
Okay.
But
Interesting.
Just
the system hard at work. There's the laser pointer pointing at the cat somewhere in the background right down that.
No, because it's like, I mean, it really doesn't matter who. I mean, I guess it doesn't. Fuck it. I'll just take 10 on the Jets. I hate, betting against the Bears because I'm going to be watching the game and I'm going to be rooting for them, and it sucks. But
all right, so you got 1 point on the Jets.
Okay.
I'm going to join you on the Jets. I think without Fields, I love Fields. I've been loving how Fields has been playing. It's been so fun to listen to him, to watch the replays. And I forgot, fantasy, they released a bunch of stats about him earlier, which were just amazing, that he has as many touchdowns as Tom Brady, more rushing touchdowns than Christian McCaffrey on the season. Like, he has good stats. And as a Bears fan, I am excited to see that. I am going to go with the Jets on this one here for a solid 8 on this one here for the Jets with it. But on to the commish. What does he think here, commish?
I got the only stat that matters, and it's going to change all your picks to the Bears.
Ooh, what's that?
I don't know if you guys have seen the Jets 2022 coin flip prediction, but the guy flipped a coin at the beginning of the year for the Jets.
Yes.
Loss win. Guess what? And it's been right every single game this year. He's got the Jets losing to Chicago. 7 points on the Bears. That is the only information you need for this game. That is It's been right. And by the way, that thing has the Jets going and losing in the AFC Championship.
Oh,
Impressive.
wow. Wow.
So
Wow.
we'll see how far this goes. It's a true test this weekend because the Bears, regardless of how good of a defense the Jets are, the Bears should hold their own in this game.
Agreed. Wholeheartedly agreed. So scores for the end of Around the Horn. We got Icehouse in third place with 8 points. Grody in second place with 18 points. Commissioner takes the lead, 27 points on that last one there. The coin flip thing really set him over with that one there. Plus, what was the other thing you mentioned? Something set you way ahead of everything with that. So yeah, just the basic stuff with that. All right, so that'll puts us in here. Quick picks on this one here. Grody, we're gonna start with quick pick with you. New England at Minnesota.
Minnesota for 13.
Minnesota for 13. Icehouse.
I'll take Minnesota for 1.
Ooh,
I'm betting on
really?
Kirk Cousins.
Interesting. I'm going to do Minnesota for the Niner 49er there. Kamish, you there? Oh, there he is. Minnesota hosting New England.
I got 13 on Minnesota right now.
13 on Minnesota. Wow. Icehouse, you get TB12 at Cleveland.
Deshaun Watson ain't playing yet, so give me EB12 for 8.
TB12 for 8, huh? Man, I hope the Browns drop a Cleveland steamer on Tom Brady. You suck, Tom Brady. You're a terrible person, and you smell bad.
He ain't watching this show anyway, so don't
Yeah,
worry
that's probably
about
true. 7 points on the Browns with that. Kamish.
I got 12 points on TB12.
Ooh, what's that? Oh, it's Grody.
I got 12 points on Cleveland.
Ooh, interesting with that there. Interesting. All right, I get Cincinnati at Tennessee. Wow, that's a close one with that there. That is a close one with that. Wait a minute. I just realized something. Oh no, I think I'm still. Oh no, wait a minute. I just realized something. Wait, redacted. Wait, I put 8 points on the Jets. That is changing. That is changing right now. That is changing absolutely to max points on the Jackhammer. Jackhammer for the win. Max points on Chicago for that one. I completely forgot. I'm used to the Pittsburgh thing here, so which that hasn't panned out very well for me. Meanwhile, I'm dead even there. All right, so Cincinnati at Tennessee, 1.5 points. I'm gonna go 13 points on Joe Burrow's offense. Kamish.
Yeah, max points on Tennessee.
That hey,
Oh,
Grody.
eat it, John.
I have max points on Tennessee as well.
Oh, that
I
double max points with that.
was going to do 7 points, so now I'm really excited to do max points.
Is he going to? You going to?
I'll up it to 11 points on Tennessee.
Oh, yo, on Tennessee.
Joe Burrow interceptions, here we come.
Oh God, yeah, those have been brutal, and the sacks, those have been brutal.
He likes to throw them, so fuck it.
Yeah. All right, down to the beer cracking announcers at Miami hosting Houston. This goes to Kamish. What do you think?
Who is it? Miami.
Miami,
2
Houston.
points on Miami.
2 points on Miami. Grody.
Dropping a deuce on Miami as well.
Dropping a deuce on Miami. Icehouse.
I'll drop a deuce on Houston.
Oh God, everyone's dropping deuces on everybody.
Yankees be crapping on.
If you haven't listened to Miami radio, do it at some point. It's hysterical. 1 point on Miami radio for that one. All right, back up to the top here. Grody, you get the Washington Football Club hosting Hotlanta.
Washington for 9 points.
Washington for 9 points. Icehouse.
14 on Washington.
Oh, wow. That's a lot with that. I will also go for Washington. 10 points on Washington there. Kamish?
I have 9 points on Washington.
Now, everyone going pro skins. What are your points on? Probably max points Washington. We all know the answer to that. All right, Icehouse. You get Denver Broncos at Carolina.
Take, my God. Game 7 points on Denver.
7 points on Denver, you say. I'm going to join majority. Everyone, 53% of people know something that I don't know. So I'm going to go 5 points on Carolina. Commissioner.
I have 15 points on Carolina.
15 points on Carolina. Wow, Grody.
Damn.
I got 14 on Carolina.
14 on Carolina. There we go there. Grody. So it comes to me here. Apple Core, Baltimore at Jacksonville. What is happening with Jacksonville? Apparently, people know something here. Baltimore is the main one to go for there. Everyone's going Baltimore. I'm going to go 8 points on Apple Core. Commish.
I have 8 points on Apple Core as well.
All right. Grody.
You got 7 points on Jacksonville.
7 points on Jacksonville. Right. Ice House.
6 points, Baltimore.
All right. Going down to Commissioner. You get the Los Angeles Chargers at 1.
I have 11 points on the Chargers.
11 points on the Chargers with that, Grody.
11 points on the Chargers as well.
11 points on the Chargers, Ice House.
4 points on Kyler Murray saving my team.
4 points on that. I like wow in this one. I'm gonna do.
Give that guy wow.
I'm gonna give 12 points on wow.
Maybe they don't win at home.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. Another guy to listen to on the radio, Ron Wolfley, great guy. All right, back up to Grody with this one. You get Seattle hosting Dave's team here.
I got Seattle for 10 points.
Seattle for 10 points. Ice House.
Seattle for 15.
That's a lot with that. Everyone seems to be going. How many underdogs do I have? There is a commissioner is tracking this 54% underdog thing. I do not have enough underdogs here. Dave, your team's up. Your team has got to do something here. I have a lot of confidence in this. 4 points in your team, Dave. Commissioner.
I have 10 points on Seattle.
10 points on Seattle with that. Interesting. Going to Ice House, you get San Fran hosting Nowlands.
Take a 3 on San Fran.
3 on San Fran. I think. How many people are going for San Fran?
No, I'm going 3 on New Orleans.
Oh, he's going 3 on New Orleans with that. I'm going to join you on New Orleans. Big finish. 14 points on Taysom Hill and the Nolan Saints with that. Commissioner.
You got 5 points on New Orleans.
5 points on Nowlands, Grody.
I got 5 on New Orleans as well.
5 on New Orleans with that as well. And last, what a poopy Monday night game. Like, ugh. I think this is me, too. 65% of Indianapolis. Now, this is, well, it's at Indianapolis, too. Oh, normally I'd go bigger points on this. Yeah, 15 points on Indianapolis. Ha, 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 ha. Commissioner.
14 on Pittsburgh.
14 on Pittsburgh there. Ooh, Grody.
I got 15 on the Colts.
15 on the Colts. Ooh, damn, Ice House.
I just have 6 on the Colts. So
6 on the Colts.
I got a big lead because I ain't got to catch up to those point totals.
Ooh. Yeah, it'll work with that one there. All right, folks. That'll do it for this week in the Duff Pick'em All-Stars. Hey, let us know what you like about what Grody's decisions are, what the commissioner's decisions are, what Ice House's decisions are, and how bad are my decisions. So, all right, folks, we will see you round on the next one, folks. See you later. Bye-bye.